Hey guys, it's Monday and I am here with a super spicy list. I have made this almost by accident on stream just now and we ended up winning almost all of our games with massive success. This deck is so fun to play and it plays around the meta excellently. I'm going to show you how it works. You're probably going to see a lot of this in the next week or so. I apologize in advance, but hey, the moment you know how it works, you know how to see it coming and you can very easily play around it. So don't fear, but grab this while it's still hot and people don't know what to expect. Okay, so firstly, this list has a new card in it and it sort of changes everything. It's Untitled. Now, Untitled on deploy will sort all the cards in your deck from the highest to the lowest provision cost. This is essentially what you see on the left here. All of our cards will go into the order you see them here. Damien will be first, then Ku and Yawakim. We have Cadaverine, Stefan, the Defender, Bribery, then Hefty Helga and Menno. So you'll essentially be guaranteed these cards and drawing into them right after you play Untitled in round 1 or 2. Now, this is where bleeding and tempo comes in. Normally, when you want to 2-0 your opponent, you want to play something like Untitled in round 1. It will guarantee that you draw all your golds round 2, and you will be guaranteed to draw almost all of your bronzes round 3, making your last round rather bad. So you want to be very careful when you're going to play this. Let's say you win round 1 and you want to bleed your opponent. That means you know you're not going to 2-0 your opponent. You want to give him garbage cards, but you want him to play all of his good cards. That's what we call bleeding. That means you want to play Untitled in round 2, not round 1. So that you're guaranteed to draw bronzes round 2, as well as a few golds. And then you're guaranteed to draw all of your golds round 3, so you don't miss any of the strongest golds in case you got unlucky throughout the game. So I'm going to show you a few examples how we went about doing this. In some circumstances, we purposely play all our bad cards round 2. In others, we want to play all our good cards round 2, or maybe even go for a long round 3. This will take some skill, but if you pull it off, you can do it excellently. Now, as for our winning combo, essentially you want to determine beforehand what card you're going to be stealing from your opponent. And you'll see in certain matchups, it's almost predetermined. For example, if you're going to be playing against Savola and the Frightener in a Syndicate deck, you're going to want to have last say, so you can poison the Frightener and make 2 copies of it with Cadaverine. Now, Cadaverine poisons an enemy unit. Then it spawns a base copy of it on the opposite row. Now, are we playing this deck just to poison enemy units? No. That's the reason we only have 1 Cadaverine, as well as Stefan, to give you another Cadaverine. I have found that consistently we actually manage to pull off 2 Cadaverines because people just don't see it coming. Now, if you want to, you can go all out poison, but that's going to change your entire deck and you're not going to have an all out tactic deck anymore. So what Stefan does is you play him on the range row and he will spawn and play a copy of the last tactic card you played in this round. So normally, I play Stefan second to last, I have him on the board, and then my last card is Cadaverine. I poison the biggest enemy unit I want to steal, and then I click on Stefan and I replay Cadaverine and I poison that card again. So you'll essentially poison the card and kill it, and you'll also get 2 copies of that card, which is just insane. So let's quickly go through the other cards in this deck. Remember, this is a tactic deck, so you have Enslave. You can seize an enemy unit with 3 power or less, but this value is increased by 1 point for every 4 tactics you have. So if you change a single card in this deck, chances are you're not going to have Enslave 6 anymore. Right now in this deck, I made it exactly so that you can steal a 6-point card. If you change a tactic in this deck, it's going to be Enslave 5. So be careful. I have optimized this deck to do exactly what I wanted to do. With Damien, we will have another leader ability. Remember, both Damien and Stefan have order abilities, so you can't use them immediately. You have to have them survive at least 1 turn. So this will allow you to re-enable your leader ability and steal a 6-point card again. This is huge because obviously you can disable engines from your opponent And not only when you steal a 6-point card do you take 6 points away from him, you also get 6 points. That's 12 points. Quite huge. So the next decision you want to make is whether you're going to be playing your defender on the melee row or the range row. You'll have to figure out beforehand what's going to give you more points. Are you going to get more points by being able to use Damien and get another leader ability? Or in this matchup, is last say going to determine everything and you want to have Stefan so you can double Cadaverine without hesitation? So you have to be careful how you go about doing this. And yeah, it makes quite a huge difference which row you place your defender on. Then we have Yawakim. Yawakim, of course, playing the top non-disloyal unit from your deck, boosting it by 8. Now what makes Yawakim in this deck so amazing is you almost always draw into it with Untitled, and then the cards you haven't drawn yet will be one of the top revision cards in your deck. So Yawakim is guaranteed to give you your top revision cards if you don't mulligan cards in between. So this is also just excellent value, and this deck is just so much fun. Then we go into the tactic range. Now, we have a few tactic engines. One of this is Hefty Helga. It has a shield, 4 points. It will damage a unit by 2 every time you play a tactic card. So this is your strongest tactic engine, and you sort of want to try and protect it if you can. The other one is the Fire Scorpions. We have 2 of these. They do what Hefty Helga do, except they will damage a unit by 1 whenever you play a tactic card. Then for all the tactic cards, now we have Bribery. This creates and plays a unit from your opponent's starting deck, meaning it can be anything from a bronze to a gold. And because it's from your opponent's deck, you will be able to see what cards they maybe plan on playing later on. It gives you a nice peek into what their strategy is and whether you should play Stefan or Damien. Then we have Menno. Menno is a nice little tutor for playing a tactic card from your deck. Because he's 8 provisions, he will of course be drawn when you play Untitled, and you'll be able to choose something like Cadaverine if you mulligan it away to get some more units. So he's quite nice. We also have Treason, which has won us a few games today, I'm gonna be honest. It will give spine to an enemy unit, and then it will damage adjacent units by that unit's power. So let's say your opponent has a 10-point unit and 2 5-point units at its side. If you click on the 10-point units, it will kill the 2 5-point units at the side. So the larger the opponent's cards are, the better you can calculate this one. Then we have Amnesty. Amnesty, pretty important, I'd say, especially in the current meta. If your opponent has Madoc, you steal Madoc. If your opponent has a Flying Redanian, you steal the Flying Redanian. If your opponent leaves Milva on the board by accident, you steal Milva. It's definitely the safest option. Now, you can seize an enemy unit with 3 power or less, and because we are Devotion, you will trigger Conspiracy, boosting it by 2 points. Okay, then we have Assassinations. They damage units by 6 points, but they reduce 1 point for every adjacent unit at the sides. So you want to use this early on when there's only a single card on your opponent's side of the board. We also have Coated Weapons, just to make life a tiny bit harder for your opponents. It will damage an enemy by 5. If you kill the card and it's not a token, it will go back into their deck. So if you can target a bad card and send it back into their deck, they might draw into that card later on, decreasing their chances of drawing their golds. Then we have 2 Tawny Jows. This removes a shield and damages a card by 4. It can also boost a card by 4 on your side and give it a shield. This is a pretty nice card to have, as it gives you many options, and you can play around cards like Trigvi by giving one of your units a shield so it doesn't kill itself. Okay, and then we have Battle Preparation. This boosts a unit by 4 and gives it 2 armor. If you target a soldier, it will instead boost it by 6 and give it 2 armor. Then lastly, we have our little thinning mechanism as always, the Blightmaker. With the Blightmaker, you obviously want to choose the Mage Assassin, which will pop out of your deck onto the board, and it will damage an enemy unit by 2 points. Okay guys, as you can maybe hear in my voice, I'm very excited to show you this deck. So I'm gonna get right to it, and I hope you guys have some fun with a very spicy list.
You've talked enough.
In your opinion, it doesn't help so much? Maybe you're right, we'll see. This looks like the hand. See, now I can shuffle this away, and I'm assured that I will draw it with Jan Calvit. That's sort of what I like about him. I'm guaranteed to just draw into my cards, which isn't too shabby. I'm gonna play him now, as I don't know what this person is running.
I shall not.
I'd rather have the Manticore this instead of my Fire Scorpion. Yeah, imagine Maxi, but every single card you want is in the order you want it. I knew it. It's tempting to play him early because he's just jumping into your hand, but you could even play him in round 3 just to move Terra Nova. I can't afford Terra Nova or Brathens in this deck. How about Ardell? I, on the other hand, don't think Ardell is that amazing, but I think both of these cards aren't meant to rework the whole faction. I think they're just there to sort of support archetypes a little bit. I feel like Nilfgaard is strong enough as it is, in all honesty.
Defeat them with hunger.
This is just an extra little thing we can do. It's tempting to play him early because he's just jumping into your hand, but you could even play him in round 3 just to move Terra Nova and Brathens up top. Keep a Novice in hand if you want to draw one, but Yawakim it's second. We can always go into a long round 3. So far we have pushed into a short round 3 and we're not too owing. So we have the option of doing that as well. We're guaranteed all our good cards, as we'd normally be. And for instance, we'd be guaranteed a big hefty Helga here that will survive. Now let's see. Yawakim is essentially... Let's go with Blightmaker and then see if we want to pass. That could be a different sort of strategy we go for with this deck. So now we're guaranteed to draw into Hefty Helga, Bribery, Treason. I mean, is that not the perfect hand? Let's give it a shot. I want to try it out. When in doubt, let's go for the long round. This is a deck that can do well in a long round if you have the right setup. And we can also guarantee that Yawakim draws certain cards. Alright, so... This is the hand? Yeah, okay, let's go for it. So we've got a hand literally full of golds, except for Tawny Joust, which we purposely replaced. There's Haunt.
To be showered with imperial gold!
He already played Manticore. Maruna? Okay.
I shall save for your
That's fine. Lol. Now. I value Cadaverine more in this one. That's why I didn't play this on the melee row. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play Yawakim. He's gonna eat Yawakim, let's be honest.
I shall flog them into submission.
Likely.
Your blood will warm my bones.
I'll defend the Duquesne to my dying breath. You have my heart.
run while you're still able.
Barbarian sword.
Please don't have Igni. He doesn't know Pepe Love? No, he does not. Well, I know what he wants to do there, and it's not great. I can't do much about it either. I'd just be helping him. All of these suck. Bribery giving us bad things these days. I'm only getting horrible things from bribery. Almost makes me want to cut it, but I can't. He's gonna run out of board space. I have to calculate this pretty carefully.
Nothing will stop us. Bards across the Empire will sing this day.
It seems he's also thinking.
The revolution is
Think faster.
inevitable,
Okay. I have a lot of ideas. Okay.
Freedom and we.
Watch closely. You might just learn something.
Nobody wants to hear that from Surrey. Kapapa. Oh, are we rage quitting? Is that necessary? Feels good, feels
Thebe
good.
good G, Thebe good G, Thebe good G.
I guess that's going to be the best compliment we're going to be getting. Oh, GG. Now I feel like celebrating with champagne. HBH, thanks for the sub. Could I explain what each faction does? I can sure do. I can do that. Especially after him taunting me, yeah, my gosh. Should I GG him anyway? Nothing better than a rage quit. At least I emoted back, so I got the last laugh. Nah, I'm not GGing.
Epic win.
I'm not that nice. Okay, I'm gonna GG. You won't win the round, but you will get all of their golds. You save your golds, go into a short round 3 and you win. And we wouldn't have figured that out if we weren't playing this deck ourselves, so that's why you sometimes need to play the baddie decks or the toxic decks. Not that I think this qualifies as toxic, really. I think this is Nilfgaard at its best. But yeah, we know what to do when we see Jan Kalvit in anybody else's deck. And we can also shuffle away all our golds round 1 and we're guaranteed to draw them again, which is not something you can always guarantee.
Any big girlies. Looky here.
Toxic, huh? I see what you did there. I'm gonna do this now because I can and I want to. My square tile opponent just quit once I double poisoned his Johnny. Did you play this deck? Was it this deck you played? And why was he playing Johnny? Though Johnny is one of my favorite cards, and Sarah. Oh, I can't wait to replay The Witcher 3, guys. Like, just meeting up with Johnny again and Sarah, and then having to battle the crones on the most difficult setting. That's not gonna be easy. We got both these leader chargers out. Interesting. Oh, it's Onslaught. Okay, that's not great. We know what's gonna happen if we play against Onslaught. Morgvarg. Yes, but I'm running a slightly different version with 1 remedy and 1 diplomacy. Okay, okay. Hey, I'm glad it works for you, though. I might want to wait before I play Jan Kalvit in this matchup, actually. If we can win on even, we want to commit bronzes round 2, and not golds.
I never miss.
Have you shared the deck list for this yet, by the way? Yes, it is in my deck archive. I'm being more professional, you see.
Give us all you got!
Do we ever get away with doing this?
Vigilance is a virtue.
Ah. Okay. Huh. You know what? I might very well commit John. Does the base card have armor? It doesn't, does it? Does it? Really? Are you sure? Because it changes a lot of things. Seven, 8.9. It's not enough. It's not enough, is it though? I'm actually in a bit of a pickle. That's better.
Oh, I love the smell of a burning village.
Whew. Yeah, I calculated that. We were missing like 1 point. It wouldn't have been enough. We would have cooed it, played it ourselves, and then we would have gotten 1 charge on the Fire Scorpion. Wouldn't have been enough. Excel sheets with the decks is such a pog idea. It makes things so much easier. So are we gonna bleed now and then go into a short round? Problem is he still has Morkvarg. Still has Morkvarg. We'll start off with Jan Kalvit.
I shall not repeat.
Little fellow, thanks for the follow. Archive, I'm sorry. No, I'm just mispronouncing it completely. Congrats, Tia. Are you qualified now to give me a mental diagnosis? Technically, I can now work as a counselor. I cannot, on the other hand, work as a psychologist yet.
Target acquired.
But I will be able to soon enough. Trigvi.
Raid's a raid. Matters not whose village.
That's not fun. It would be a pity if I played Tourney Joust. Five-head move. What did you achieve? I got my bachelor's and honors degree in psychology now. So I can become a counselor. 200 IQ move. Meno into what? I can always do this little tricky. You know what? Do we really bleed him? I don't know.
The Empire will be victorious.
Congrats, thank you. It's awkward to bleed more. I've got an idea. I'm gonna play Strigvi. Dead 4 outside, thanks for the follow. I don't think it's awkward though. We know what type of cards he's sitting on, and he has to commit them. Bran, Morkvarg. He's got a Morkvarg target ready to go. Ooh.
Who's next? Any of you's got the courage?
Okay, that's well done. That's me getting out of the round, I guess. Unless I want to throw away a card or two. To owe him? I can't to owe him.
Of course, friend.
Okay. That would have been a great target, let's be honest. You graduated university? I did, yeah. The official graduation. Good, great, great. Okay, let's see. Now we're getting a guaranteed hefty Helga. And then we're getting a mage assassin or a fire scorpion. Which one of these do we want is the question. How many mulligans do we have left is the question. How about we get something else instead? No. Don't take chances, Tia. Keep it. Ah. Oh yeah, I have Blightmaker. I missed it. That's great. No. You know what I'm gonna do, don't you? Stefan, and then another defender. Let's hope for the best, chat. Let's hope for the best. We just need Stefan to survive a singleton.
Novigrad's got more crooks than it has rats.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is an Arna chat deck. It has to be an Arna chat deck. Oh my goodness.
Dwarves had it right. No place sacred in the belly of a mountain.
Arna chat for 0. Shield OP. Helga.
Enough! Let us finish this.
You madman. I'm so proud of you. Between Sucrus? Oh, I didn't know I can play it behind a defender. I've never tried, I just assumed I couldn't interact with the defender line. Well, okay, I'm gonna do this now anyway. I can still play it between them, by the way. We can still do that if you'd like me to. You think we should? How about we first do this?
Put my paws up, I'll bite you to death.
How about that? Spicy? Yeah, it is. I love this. This feels so memey, but it isn't memey. It's just amazing. Fukushia into... Ooh. Ooh.
Shall flog them into submission.
I bring death. Quite literally.
Bay. Morkvarg? Maybe. Yeah.
We'll turn the sea red.
Nice. This was so much fun. Damn. Up and up we go. Soos my knie.
On Vort.
Dat almal se knie blou kan wees. So this is the exact same matchup. We'll see if this one differs. Again, hand too strong. Slishkom lichko? No. It was too hard. If only.
Sewers remind me of the fjords back home.
Maybe we can start with a little fire scorpion. Test the waters, if you will. We can definitely use coated weapons in one of the sea raiders. It's Triss, yeah, now opponent is a she. Okay, we go for coated weapons. Ping twice. So far so good. If we had amnesty, that would be nice. Time to run it back? Yes, we can do it. We can do it. Another Sahul? Is this the same person?
To see a fear one day with mine own eyes.
I won't stand for this. Thanks for the follow. Sniped. Hey, agreeable mayor, how are you doing? A pass? That's new.
No good wine will come from here, not even.
And KSC, thanks for the follow. We believe, we can do it. Push round 2. I just need last say so much. I need last say more than you know, because they're gonna play Savola and they're gonna get a Frightener, and I'm gonna poison the Frightener twice, killing it and getting 2 of my own. This is the plan. So we're gonna bleed a tiny bit, but all in all we need last say. We need it so much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's their short round that's powerful. It's not the long round that makes them strong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 9, 9. Ignore that. We're gonna start off with Jan Kalvit. Kalvit. Do you need this joust? Well, I like having an extra little bit of damage, and there's the perfect example why.
A fine vintage it will made.
After my pronunciation of Arajas, no one will say you're not Russian. Do Russians pronounce Arajas the same way? Yeah, he's just setting up basic bronzes. I'm actually gonna pass. I need last say. I mean, I do learn some Russian words, but I was thinking of learning more of a language this year, depending on where I get in for my studies. Because currently I have applied to Scotland, but I'm also applying for the Netherlands. If I get in there, I'm gonna have to learn Dutch more fluently. Well, Dutch, to be fair. But Russian is also there. Though there's a difference between Russian and Ukrainian, you know. As I understand it, more people understand Russian than Ukrainian. I'm telling you, this is the same person. Who made this deck? Somebody... Is this Spacey's work? Why does this feel like Spacey did this? How different is Afrikaans to Dutch? It's not that different. It's not that different. I actually don't want Fire Scorpion, if I'm gonna be honest. What are we missing? We're gonna get Menno, but that is our Yawakim target. Yawakim target. This is the hand. What happened to Canada? The university I wanted to go to, which is University of Toronto, that didn't work out because they took away their master degree in exchange for a direct doctorate degree. This is the exact same deck. What? I'm gonna... what am I stealing? I want to say we're stealing both.
To be showered with imperial gold.
Whee! I have to steal it. I have to steal it. And the other one. I want the other one as well. This is a poison deck. What?
Vigilance is a virtue.
All the Ukrainians speak Russian, but almost no one from Russian speaks Ukrainian. That's how I understood it. Yeah, so you guys communicate in Russian with each other. The CIS community, right? Okay, so if I learn to speak a language, it will be the Russian one. Yeah, I saw this coming, by the way.
Never be imprisoned again.
It makes it a tiny bit more difficult for me, but it's not impossible. Firstly, I can coup it if I really want to. But I'm probably gonna go with Hefty Helga first. Hefty Helga, and we shall take it from there. Probably steal it back. Why Russian? Because a lot of the Gwent community tends to be Russian, and it has a lot of similarities with Afrikaans. Like, it's pronounced very similarly to Afrikaans words. The way you spell Russian words, like this. Da. We also say da. And then you have, for yes, dom. Dom for house. We also say dom. But dom means dumb in our language. It translates to dumb. Bingo bango bongo. But yeah, it's one of the languages that has piqued my curiosity these past 2 years. And Dutch is the other one on my list. Da. Niet. Afrikaans is Nederlands met spelfouten. Nee. Hoe durf jij? What do I want to do? I probably want to play Minnow, yes? Minnow. Do I? Or do we go for bribery? Yes. I knew this. I knew this would happen. Amazing. I have stolen your combo, sir. Learn Polish instead. Polish seems difficult to me. Don't teach her a bad word. Well, you want to know a bad word? I'll tell you. Yawakim. Menu. Amnesty. So kak diela, which in Russian is how are you? The word kak, we say it exactly the same in Afrikaans, but it directly translates to this word. It's a swear word. That's why I love saying that phrase so much. No, kak. It's you don't have that in English. Ah is not something you have in English. It's not o, it's ah. Whee.
Enough. Let us finish this.
Kakdiela. Not cool. Not ka. Kahak. I can't say the word. I'm swearing on stream. This is what's happened. What have we come to? Connie, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. A prime sub. Ooh. Interesting stuff. Very interesting. Let us see, let us see. Oh, it is Connie. I knew it. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Do I... let's do this first. And what do we ping away? You? I don't yet... He's just gonna kill Stefan, isn't he? I need to kill Stefan, but I can't. I really want to keep treason. That's unfortunate, but I really need him to use his coins so I can play Stefan and Cadaverine. I'm gonna poison his card though. I'm gonna be poisoning Wretched Addict. Lol. Okay, this isn't looking amazing. Gonna be honest here. It's gonna be close.
What do you need me to do?
He doesn't have the coins? Yes, he does. Oh.
I want to see corpses. Corpses everywhere.
Oh. Are we gonna do a thing, chat? Okay, this was the plan. Focus. Cadaverine onto the 12 points of Vola, Frightener. I get a 12 points of Vola Frightener. I do it again, I kill the 12 points of Vola Frightener. I get another 12 points of Vola Frightener, and that's why we need last save. Yes! Hell yes! That was the plan. Oh, I'm so glad it worked out in the end.